Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing today? Today's case, it's a very difficult one. And before I get into it, disclaimer, this could be triggering. Viewer discretion is advised. First disclaimer. Second one is, in this case, this is my opinion only, for entertainment purposes only, my interpretation of the cards, and what I feel and read in the energy. Now, that we got that out of the way, grab your coffee. We're talking about Lucy Letby. If you're not sure who she was, there's some videos on, not a whole lot. She's been in the news. She was a nurse in the UK, particularly in the neonatal unit. What she is accused of, or what she was just found guilty of, is she had harmed several infants in her care, to the point of several of them have passed on into the spirit world. I just got to be a little bit careful about my wording for YouTube. Okay, just so that you know that. And basically, she put air into syringes and injected. Okay. Now, this is not a video on who done it. If she did it, we know she did. And I mean, there was like a 2-year period or something that there were like 13 of them attacked or something to that effect. I did not do research on this case or research on her, not very much at all. I saw a news article, I saw one video, very basic, and that's all I know. I don't know anything about her family history, just what I've been picking up. Like, when I was taking my shower, I was thinking about this case, and, there's something in her background or something. So, this is going to be another series on this channel, profiling a killer. Okay, in her case, she's a serial killer. But I'm going to have a playlist that I'm going to create, profiling a killer. And I will look at different people who have already been convicted. What was their motivation? What was their mindset? What was their history? How did they get to the point of doing what they did? The heinous crimes. Okay, so with all that said, I welcome all my new subscribers. I love you all. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you. I am truly, truly grateful. And I love the interaction, the comments. Feel free to post your opinions below in the comments section. Try to keep them a little bit respectful, no matter what comes out in this baby. Okay? This pup. So, we're going to take a look at her energy. I'm not sure if it's going to be this video or a part 2 of the hospital's responsibilities as well. That might be a part 2 because I kind of want to keep this energy solely about Lucy. I don't know her age. I don't know her birth date. I know nothing. Okay. She doesn't look that old by her pictures and her mugshot. But, she's been in nursing for a while because these happened in like 2015, 16, roughly around there. Went on for a year or two where she kept doing this, kept getting away with it. She knew, it's like some of the passings went undetected of the reason why. I don't know if she's done this before or not, but we're going to see what comes out in the cards as soon as the cards are ready. And I do apologize about showing up on camera with wet hair and everything, but I've got other things going on later this morning. So I thought, you know what, I'm not spending a half an hour on my hair or whatever. I need to get this video out. Okay, let's see. Tell me, Spirit, about Lucy Letby. Okay. What's under the surface is the King of Wands. This alone tells me a lot. Something that I was feeling in the shower. Now, when I bring this information out, it's not giving her a stay. I'm not condoning her actions. But Page of Coins, Six of Coins, Six of Wands, Queen of Cups. Okay? I'm going to say I have a mother and father here. And this is what's under the surface. It's not seen. It's not being talked about. Could be subconsciously or just unknown information. Then maybe it's not publicly out there. But what I'm feeling here is head of it all is a King of Wands. Somebody who's passionate, who is very driven, who could actually, in the negative sense, even have control issues. And and the Page of Pentacles, to me, is talking about studying, receiving a degree, or something, or certification. We have the Six of Wands, feeling good about something. Queen of Cups, that nurturing motherly energy. What I'm feeling here is a lack of affection, a lack of nurturing from her mother. And I'm picking up ego in her family history, but probably from her father. Again, verbiage. Maybe you'll understand what I'm saying. But a little bit of misuse of his power in a passionate way with Lucy growing up. Okay, I mouthed it. Okay. And Mama Dearest knew about it. And I'm almost feeling like her motivations, Lucy's motivations as far as the infants were concerned, was not the infants themselves, but more of punishment of the mothers. Okay. That's kind of what I'm picking up here. Kind of what I felt when I was taking my shower too. Okay, let's dig in. Her energy is the Eight of Coins. Yes, she was a worker. It happened in her place of work. And there is studying. I feel like she was also trying to hone in on some kind of skill set. Maybe it was originally intended to improve her skill set or level herself up. Page of Coins over here, kind of, but there's ulterior motives for learning. But the Eight of Pentacles is working diligently and hard on something. It could also be about planning. Knight of Cups is the circumstances. The Knight of Cups is an emotional, and I almost feel the reverse of the Knight of Cups, an emotional wreck. I almost feel like she was trying to cope with something. Misuse of power, misuse of affection, inappropriate affection from somebody in her childhood. But she portrayed herself as an empathetic, caring nurse. She tried to be a support system for the families of the babies that were damaged. Okay? And what's crossing opportunity or Ten of Swords? When in actuality, she was causing an ending. Okay? Harm, pain. She was trying to be the empathetic nurse. Okay? That's what is going on here. And she worked really hard and she studied really hard on how to pull this off. Again, Ten of Swords, Knight of Cups, her way of moving, of showing her emotionality to deal with even pain under the surface that she has dealt with. Okay. Above her is the Page of Wands. That's an idea. Pages also represent children. Below, Seven of Wands. Okay. So she put up a great defense. Let me see here. Behind her, King of Swords. That's the verdict. In front of her, Page of Cups. There's a lot of pages here, which is kind of fitting because this involves babies, involves children. But there's an inner child in her. Okay, that is damaged. Okay, Nine of Coins. This here is telling me she acted independently. Okay. Ten of Cups. Knight of Swords. And Ace of Coins. Okay. And then we'll do 3 final cards, which is Nine of Wands, Seven of Swords, Ten of Coins. Okay. A lot of family cards here, which really makes sense, obviously. Because she's affected the lives of many. Okay. She's robbed people over and over of family legacy, their family, building their families. Okay. The Seven of Wands is very curious to me. This is, how did she get to this position to begin with? You know, a lot of adversity with the Seven of Wands. Always on the defensive. I really want to know why she was always why she was on the defensive, how she got here. Show me the Seven of Wands. Justice. Okay, so yes, she really defended herself in the court of law. Yes. But how she got to doing these heinous acts. Justice. The Fool. Innocent. Okay. The Hierophant. There was somebody in a place of authority in her life. And I would say this was her father, masculine. She had to always ward him off. And she felt that life was unfair. There was something there with the father. Alleged. She, defending herself, always having to defend herself with him. She was innocent. And she truly was a victim as a child, which plagued her mentally, which spiraled out of control. Now, the mother figure is coming up here. And it's almost like the mother played a role in that the mother kept quiet and did nothing to stop it. Okay? It's like she felt that she needed to take the law in her own hands. The mothers out there needed to be punished, was her mindset. The mothers out there needed to be punished for not protecting her, not taking care of her child, her as a child, her inner child. Mentally, she's still a child, stuck in the past. No, I'm not feeling sorry for her. I feel sorry for the inner child, but not for the heinous stuff that she did. However, there probably could have been intervention that may have prevented this from ever happening, but we will never know. And Spirit is saying, yes, that's where this idea spun from. And in her twisted mind, she's saying, I'm saving the children. I am saving the children. Show me this Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? The Tower. Exactly. She had the idea and she acted on it, and it was catastrophic to a lot of lives. But at the same time, you know, there's these angels. Yes, they're falling from the sky, being released from the tower. To me, the tower is the mother's womb. Okay? And she feels like she is releasing them and saving them to keep them from harm. I know that's twisted, but this woman is, this is very heavy energy, but this woman is mentally deranged. I mean, you would have to do that to babies anyhow, but it is stemming, there is a reason. The past, the King of Swords. That's the decision, the choice. This is, I'm seeing this as, this is deep, deep past, and this is what's just recently happened. You know, the verdict was passed down. And at this point, you know, she's taken it's almost like she's maintaining a victim mentality. It's that inner child coming out and expressing itself, not a mature adult nurse. She's, I hope she gets, I hope she gets mental help in prison. I really do. But yeah, Steve Dart's family secrets. But this King of Swords, this can also be an authoritative from her past also. You know, this is trying to profile her. Nine of Swords. Okay. This is where she's at kind of as the sentencing went on. She was worried about the sentencing. She was worried about the verdict. From what I understand, this is the only other thing that I know, is that she did not attend the court hearing for her sentencing, for the verdict and her sentencing. Hanged man. And the reason is she was worried about what was going to happen, what was going to be said. She was worried about the community judging her. And she knew that everything, it was done. Her life was going to be suspended. Maybe she's afraid of being hung or whatever capital is in the UK. Sacrifice. Okay. Nightmares, anguish, worry. Judgment. You know, the judge passed judgment on her. She was found guilty. And she's really worried about her future ahead. Because in her mind, there's the victim, the martyr. She still has that victim mentality. She's the victim, not the families, not the little bundles of joy either. She has a victim mentality that is stemming from her childhood. I'm kind of wondering if she's going to appeal. Kind of get that energy. I don't know what the appeal process is in the UK. Comment below if you know. Is there an appeal process? Can a verdict get overturned? I don't think this one's going to be. But she may try to appeal the sentencing. Something about an appeal here as well. But, you know, she's seeing herself as independent. She acted independently. This is kind of like the energy she puts out. Her energy, as far as the situation was here, this is kind of like how she is looking at the situation. This is how she is. This is how she's looking at it. She's looking at it as I'm abundant. Provider. She had a really good career going for her, and she had to blow it. I'm seeing her as being single. I don't know if she's had any spouses or she's ever had serious relationships. This kind of mental thing, I find it difficult to see how she could maintain a relationship with anybody. Now, the environment was all about the families and the children. 10 of Cups. There's the children. Okay, family setting. That even looks like a newborn, doesn't it? In that card. In the mama's arms. You know, and I feel it's like the family and community banding together. And I feel like part of her issue was she didn't want to face the families either. There's a little bit, a tiny bit of conviction in her. Obviously, that's why she didn't want to face the families. And again, still that victim mentality. And we got the 10 of Pentacles here somewhere. That is kind of talking about the community. The 10 of Pentacles does not have to be limited to the family, but it is family oriented. Like, was this community like one big family? Everybody knew each other type of community? I'm just wondering. Comment below, please. I just get like the community banding together. And she didn't want to face that. Four of Swords. Sickness, healing. Okay. This I am quite okay with. This is not Lucy. This is the community. These are the families. Now that Lucy's been convicted, the families can start healing. Okay. I like that energy. I think that a lot of the families were left stuck, stagnant, questioning, waiting for something to happen. And I feel over here, this is more about the community standpoint towards her. That's just the energy I'm picking up. Hopes and fears, Knight of Swords. She's afraid of getting attacked. She's afraid of physical and mental attack, and that's what she did not want to deal with. That's why she didn't show up in court for the sentencing or not even the verdict. Yeah, she was hoping she was going to get away with it because she felt she was doing a favor to the babies and punishing mothers at the same time. Mothers and fathers. Okay? But more so the mothers, because the mothers are supposed to protect their babies. And she felt that her mother did not protect her. Okay? But yeah, her hopes and fears is come as a strong fear. Fear of repercussion. What's going to happen to her in prison? How is she going to get treated? I am a victim. I don't deserve to be put away. I don't deserve this. Doesn't anybody understand that these mothers are evil? That's her mentality. That's her mentality. So the cards are like confirming to me what I was feeling when I was taking my shower today, thinking about this case. Let's take a quick look at the hospital. I don't think I need to dive too deep into the hospital, but I'm just going to get some clarifiers. We're going to ask some questions. Okay. Kind of like, is there going to be any follow through or follow up where the hospitals are concerned? Like, is there going to be like a public inquiry? Like if the hospital could have done anything different to prevent this, that kind of thing. So I just want to get the overall energy of the hospital's involvement. Were there warning signs about Lucy? Because they're telling me that she portrayed herself as very secure, very reliable, very solid, very independent and trustworthy. And she even portrayed that to the families after she started doing these heinous crimes, trying to console them. It's like, I'm going to console people the way that I wasn't consoled. But in order for me to do that, I got to create a reason to be that person, to console and be empathetic. Okay? A very twisted mindset. Okay. Show me the hospital's energy, please, in this situation. Seven of Swords. Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords. Okay. The hospital's position is that they recognize that they were lied to. They were deceived. But they are willing. They took their position is, yeah, she got away with it for a while, but not for long. I almost feel Seven of Swords in reverse as in getting caught. We see what happened and we took appropriate action based on fact and based on truth. Okay, will there be tell me about any kind of potential inquiries, public inquiries to the hospital's responsibility? Any public inquiries about the hospital's responsibilities. Any public inquiries about the hospital's responsibilities. The tower. Yeah, there's going to be a shakedown at the hospital. Anything else? I feel like the hospital is going to take action to restructure. This was a learning experience. Page of Pentacles. This tower, this inquiry, there's a shakeup at the hospital over this. It's going to incorporate new regulations, potentially even new laws in the UK about to try to prevent this from happening again, or prevent any kind of copycats or anything like that. But there's new policies that the hospital is going to put into place. And not just this particular hospital, but other hospitals around the UK as well. We're going to use this as a model, as a learning experience. Two of Swords. Okay. They're going to try to do this quietly, actually. You know, they don't really... They're hoping to block any kind of attacks on them. The Two of Swords, the Two of Swords says, we did not see the truth. We did not see the red flags. But we are incorporating new policies. Okay. What else? I feel like that they're going to try to block any kind of legal action. I'm getting the sense that they may even, I hate to say this, but this particular hospital that this happened at, yeah, they're going to try to sweep some things under the rug. They have, I'm sorry, allegedly, entertainment purposes only. These two cards alone saying, ignore, it'll go away. These two is talking about over this catastrophe, there's new policies, probably new laws that are going to take into effect. But as far as taking responsibility for what happened in their hospital, no. They're not taking responsibility, and they want to hide it and sweep it under the carpet, and with the attitude, oh, it'll go away. It'll go away. They understand that. Now the Seven of Swords is like, yeah, there may have been some negligence on their part. But the Two of Swords is like, I think they knew that something was up before, and they didn't do anything about it at that time. They were trying to deal with Lucy internally without the law, because the hospital did not want lawsuits against themselves from these families. So the hospital knew about Lucy's activities for a while, and they tried to handle it internally without the law. And it got to the point where they could not do that. Nine of Swords, they are worried about what are these new policies, what are these things going to happen. There is definitely going to be an inquiry. They're going to snoop around. Agencies, law agencies, medical agencies, whatever UK has over there. There are officials that are going to be snooping around in the hospital's business, and they're not happy about it. So there is still yet things to come out. I will do later on a deeper dive in another video about the hospital responsibility in this, because I'm showing here somebody knew something and kept quiet. They tried to keep everything under the rug, maybe even a little bit of lying themselves, but they are denying any responsibility. They're not taking responsibility. And there could be repercussions with this. We will see in another video. So, this is profiling Lucy, and we'll see what happens next. Because the next reading is not going to be necessarily about her, but just about the hospital. I wanted a general energy read with the hospital. And the hospital is definitely concerned what's coming next. So, watch out for that video. What is next in this case for the hospital? I love you all. Peace out. Blessed be.